What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. This video, we're back working on the boosted hatch. I think this video is going to be pretty cool, in my opinion. Going to get this traction bar set up for max speeding rods put on this thing. Take it for a couple rips. Alright, our guys at Max Speeding Rods sent us another product to test out. If y'all want to buy anything from MAXPEEDINGRODS.com, make sure you use discount code JPAuto. Save you 10% on checkout. But I can already tell by looking at the paint on this thing, it looks good. Let's get this stuff out of the box. I thought it was going to be black, maybe just metal look, but silver with some flake on everything looks pretty dang nice. I've only seen really the black ones, but got our adjustment links right here, plates that mount to the lower control arms, the actual traction bar itself. Pretty simple setup. Got our nuts and bolts. Let's get this stuff thrown on. Enough talking. Alright, went ahead and got this thing up on some jack stands. The tow hooks are already removed on this thing. I do need to find some 14mm bolts so that I can actually mount the traction board. Alright, for starters, I was mocking this up. If I can get it up. But anyways, this side lines up with the holes. And then this side, if I push it all the way up, it's just still a little bit too low. Thinking that the brackets on the radiator are bent down a little bit too far from something, I don't know. But I'm gonna have to drain the radiator fluid, knock those out just a little bit, and get these bolts in. Alright, before we do that and make a mess, I think we're gonna go ahead and install these plates. Got to take these 217s out. One's a bolt and one is a nut. Get those out. Get these mounted on. Do that on both sides. Then we can drain the radiator. Fix that problem. Get the front piece on. Throw the adjustment links on. She should be about done. From what I've seen, this part right here where the heim joint bolts up goes furthest out. Now we go do the other side. Alright, got the radiator drained. Adjusted the bracket just a little bit. Alright, we got one side to thread in. Now if we can get the other four in, we're good to go. Alright, now just get these bolts tightened up on both sides. Then we can install the actual bars that go from the traction bar setup over to the lower control arms. Time has come. Now put these bars on. Comes with these little shims, 2 for each end. I just wanted to say it. This is just the way that I did it. I've seen most people, they put the whole thing together, then put it onto the vehicle. But I was doing this by myself also, so I did it piece by piece to make it a little easier. Alright, and now that we've got both the fronts done, now we can get up underneath there. Adjust them perfectly to where they need to be, because everything is tight except for the adjustments on the rod. So get those adjusted out, get them bolted up in the back, snug everything down real tight. pretty dang close already. I don't know. Just twist the bar. Just twist the bar till it gets just right. One thing that I would do and recommend is to put it in here like I did, so that if the nut was to ever fall off, this ain't just gonna fall and hit the ground, be dragging everywhere. You'll at least have the bolt holding this whole thing right here together. So yeah, gonna tighten both ends right here at the bolt. Then we'll work on getting this adjusted just right and tight, and then lock these down. Alright, went ahead and got the other side bolted up. I don't know if you could hear me because the fan was on, but like I was saying, I put the bolt down into here this way so that if the nut ever fell off, it'll still hold this bar up and it won't fall out and drag the ground or anything. Just something I figured I'd say. Just a little bit of thought to go into it so we ain't tearing things up. Let's get these things tightened up. Alright, now that both of those sides are tight, gone ahead and got the other side done too. For an adjustment, I'm just going to adjust this thing all the way out to where it just gets a little bit of tension on it. Lock these nuts down. Alright guys, we finally got that thing installed. I think it looks perfect. I'm so glad that it is not black and it's actually silver, because you can actually see it pretty good. If it was black, you really wouldn't be able to see it. Yeah, I'm really loving how that came out. Shout out to MAXPEEDINGRODS. Y'all definitely need to go pick y'all one up for y'all's 92 to 95 Civic. I believe they even have it for the like EK B96 to 2000. But yeah, I love how that looks. Also, if y'all didn't see, put some MAXPEEDINGRODS suspension on this thing. Done redid the lower control arms on this thing. Put polyurethane bushings in it. Definitely gonna be stiff with this traction bar. Also installed some lower control arms by MAXPEEDINGRODS. And just about this whole turbo kit is MAXPEEDINGRODS. Pretty much everything except for the intercooler piping, a couple little things. But telling you guys, y'all should go check out MAXPEEDINGRODS.com. They got a lot of cool stuff on there. A lot of things that make your ride a lot better. Like I said, use code JPAuto, save you 10%. But anyway, since we got this stuff installed, we're going to take this thing for a rip tomorrow. Alright, we got this thing out here in the light. I'm in love with how good that thing looks. Definitely added to how nice everything kind of flows together. Now we just need to take this thing for a couple rips. See how it does. Just testing it out. Can't really get on it that much because the swap that was in here had that clutch set up on there, and I put it onto this block. So I'm trying to break it back in again, but we are going to make a couple pulls. Figured I'd stop, make sure everything is good. Everything seems to be going good so far. But yeah, we need to go try this traction bar out and make sure that this thing actually works. Just letting it cool down for a minute. Go try to make a pull somewhere. Camera's gonna hang on for that, but we'll try. Reading about 60 to 70 on oil pressure. Also don't have a lot of gas. But you can't get over that sound, and I can definitely feel that the front end is definitely a lot stiffer than it was. There's definitely no movement. Definitely rides a lot better. I would definitely recommend this. Anybody that wants to try to make their front end of their EG a lot stiffer. But yeah, there's a lot more to come on this build. Just getting started on this thing. I've owned this car for a very long time. Finally getting around to actually doing something with it. If y'all want to see how I boosted this thing, I've got more videos on the channel y'all can go check out. Pretty much everything that it took me to get this thing boosted and running and driving. Something else that I did get started on is I went ahead and took my cluster bezel out. Found me a little block off that I didn't even know existed. I had one pictured in my head, but was looking around, came across this old bezel that I have from the XO, and it actually has a little block off that's actually stock. So I took that, cleaned it up, drilled me a hole in it, ran the wire pretty much right through where a plug would be, which makes no sense because it's a block off. But anyways, ran my wire through there, finally got that thing mounted up into there. It looks really clean, I think. Happy with how that came out. I also did go ahead and get started on my oil pressure gauge. I went ahead, ran the line from the back of the block whenever I put the new swap in, and got it reading. It's reading at least 78 on a cold start, about 60 to 70 when I'm riding. But yeah, for now everything's kind of a mess. Just got this gauge chilling down here at the oil pressure. Got my boost gauge, of course. The voltmeter, like I said, I love how that came out. Very clean up above so I can actually read it. I really appreciate everybody who's subscribed, all the support on the channel. Really helps out getting these videos to people who actually would like to learn this stuff and actually want to see something like this. That's pretty much what I'm doing, is just to teach somebody, help somebody out if they want to learn how to do something. I'm learning as I go also, somewhat with some of this, but it's been fun. There's gonna be a lot more content coming out, building the XO. I got 2 or 3 more Civics that I think I'm gonna put on the channel soon. Well, overall, I'm pretty amazed at how good that works. You could definitely tell in that little pull where it just kind of spun for a second, just hooked up and went, no wheel hop. I'm definitely loving it. Y'all should go get y'all one. I just love how it really looks on the car. That's one thing that matters to me in a way. Not that you could really see it that much, but yeah, guys, y'all go check out MAXPEEDINGRODS.com. I'm sure y'all find something on there that y'all would like to have. They got pretty good prices, and you use the discount code on there, knock 10% off. But if y'all want to see some more videos of this, have some more on the channel. Also have some of the XO build. We'll be getting started back on that real soon. I'll see y'all in the next one.